Guys, I'm Johnny Scoville and this is Chase the Heat. So, super excited about this pepper. You saw in the thumbnail, it's a REAPERNERO F1. This is Uncle Bullcow creation. Beautiful pepper. Incredible looking. Now, this is a Uncle Bullcow creation. Like I said, it's a cross between a red habanero and a Carolina Reaper. This is F1. I assume this is the phenotype he's looking for. All right, because this is what he sent me. What he's doing, well, he's going to take seeds from this and plant. If I took seeds from this and plant it, they would be F2. I would get some pods that looked like Carolina Reapers. I'd get some pods that looked like red habaneros. I had some that looked like this. If I took the ones that looked like this and grew them out another year, that would be F3. And there'd be fewer that looked like red habaneros. There'd be fewer that looked like, each time, there'd be fewer that looked like the parents and more of the cross. By F8, it's a stabilized pepper. Meaning that if I open this up, I'm going to show you the interior. Let's say this was an F8. If I took all these seeds and planted them, every one would come out looking just like this. That is what's referred to as a stabilized pepper. Look at the interior of this. First of all, the smell, it's retained the smell of the habanero, not so much the smell of the Reaper, but it has the Reaper wall lining. If you see, the red habanero has a thicker wall lining. So it has a thinner wall lining, very small placenta, very long placenta vein that runs from the base of the pod to the very tip on both sides, and it's fairly oily. But the smell is more red habanero to me than Reaper. But this is super exciting. This is a very, very interesting cross. So the REAPERNERO F1 by Uncle Bullcow. I'm Johnny Scoville and this is Chase the Heat. As I was tasting, it was really fun. As I was putting it in my mouth, I was thinking, I probably should have said this first. Now, is it going to taste like a Reaper with the heat of a habanero, or is it going to taste more habanero with the heat of a Reaper? The heat, the flavor, it's almost a go-between. It's not like a red habanero, but it's not like a Reaper either. So it's sort of like dead in the middle, kind of a go-between. The heat is hotter than a red habanero, but not as hot as a Reaper. So, it's a good pod. It's definitely a different pepper. There's no question about that. I was kind of hoping, I'll be honest with you, I was kind of hoping it was going to taste very, very much like a regular red habanero, because I like the taste of a habanero better than a Reaper. And I was hoping that was going to really carry the heat. As it turned out, the taste, you can taste the red habanero. I don't know if you can actually. I think if somebody said, look, this is a habanero and a Reaper and you ate it, you could probably say, yeah, I can tell, I can see the influence. But if they hadn't told me, I'm not quite sure I would have said that. But all that said is it's a great pepper. It's got good flavor. It's got good heat. For a non-chili head, it's probably 2 points higher than a regular habanero, red habanero, as far as heat. So a red habanero is probably only like maybe it's only one point higher. I don't know. So for a non-chili, it would still be frighteningly hot. But for one of us on the bus that eats hot stuff, it's pretty much a go-between with heat. It's hotter than a red habanero, but less hot than a Reaper. So it's kind of in the middle. So you'd probably find it to be like a 6 or a 7. But the flavor's great. It would be great in a salsa. It'd be great diced up and make a salsa out of it. It'd be great diced up on a sandwich. I just had a sandwich and I should have waited well, I still have a few more peppers from him. I have 2 more peppers that are, let me see what I got. Let me show you the remaining peppers I have from him. I have this, which is very exciting. This is another one of his creations. It's a lemon. I almost did this one now, but it was a toss-up. This is a lemon scorpion, and it's just fantastic. Let's use the camera in camera. Just a beautiful pepper. Really neat. Beautiful shape. Now, I'm kind of curious about the lemon scorpion because I love yellow scorpions. This doesn't have the yellow look. It looks almost like a go-between orange and yellow. It's an F1, so I really can't wait to taste this one. And I still have one more of this REAPERNERO, which I think I'm going to put on and you can see by the REAPERNERO, it's very similar in shape. It has a lot thinner with a little bit of a knob on the end. All right, it has a very similar shape than the first one. This one's a little stubbier, the other one's a little bit longer, which is the reason I chose it. Now I also have 2 lemon ghostly jalapenos. I'm gonna try to see if I can get Big O to come over and eat some of these with me. Using the picture-in-picture from Stunning Robbie Vision. And I also have one more White Knight. This is the one that ended up looking like a larva. Like if I just, like as I'm holding it, if it started wiggling in my fingers, couldn't you see it though? So I have a few peppers left. I also have some tincture from him, but it's pod season right now, and I gotta eat the pods before they go south. And with the number of pods that I get, when I get them, I've got to kind of, I don't have a lot of time to waste, so I got to eat them. Fortunately, I'm ahead of the game this time, so all the peppers are great and excellent shape. There'll be a link for Uncle Bullcow. Excuse me. There'll be a link to Uncle Bullcow in the description box. Check him out. Great peppers, good dude. Tell him I sent you. Right there is the pepper. If you click that pepper, you're riding with me. If you don't want to miss a video because spicy content, it's your thing. And click the bell for notification. You'll see a Dropbox, select all, but visit us a lot because YouTube forgets to send those notifications out. That's what it is. League of Fire, more videos. Love you guys. I'm Johnny Scoville. This was Chase the Heat.